precious souls. Welcome to Infinite Union. I'm Aura, and this is a podcast on twin flames. For more videos, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. So, the initial meeting is always interesting and always one of the most crucial times during the twin flame journey. It can start off a little bit rough because when you meet them, it's almost as if there's a sense of familiarness. You know them, you've known them before, but it's not like a karmic relationship, although karmic relationships oftentimes get really confused with twin flame connections. We can oftentimes think that a karmic connection is our twin flame. But I can actually speak on this because karmic relationships often do get confused, and they do also get called false twin flames. So I know I have discussed false twin flames, but I wanted to share that in this podcast video. But you can often find yourself as well meeting your real twin flame soon after experiencing a false twin flame, aka a karmic relationship, or you can also recognize who your true twin flame is after that experience. So, when it comes to meeting your true twin flame, initially you will notice that one or both of you will either be in the process of leaving a relationship, or you can also be in the middle of a divorce. You may also be going through a transformation, possibly moving, relocating somewhere, starting a new career. And the divine usually plays a part in this because they are wanting the two of you to meet one another. They want some type of initial meeting between the two of you. So I would also like to include that the twin flame journey is meant to teach us the most beautiful aspect of ourselves. And it's not just meeting our twin flame, but it's also ourselves. So to each their own, we are connected to them in a spiritual manner, but we are also connected to them on a more intuitive level, a spiritual level, and we are also connected to them telepathically. They are programmed to trigger you into a metamorphosis, and I'm going to use that analogy for this podcast because it's almost as if we are caterpillars about to go to our cocoons to change and transform. And the whole time you are like a caterpillar on this journey. But once your soul decides and once your soul is ready to enter into the new phase, you are ready to change and go into that cocoon, and you transform into this beautiful butterfly, and you're ready to soar the skies. You're ready to take charge. You're just ready. And it's beautiful energy. So going back to the initial meeting, because it can be very intense, passionate, intimate, but also very painful. And like a lot of twins can experience this, you will, for example, relive childhood memories. You will also experience and relive some childhood traumas, especially because your twin flame will they'll share almost the same, if not similar, experiences with you. They'll have something similar to share. So the reality of this journey is it's not meant to torture you, although those experiences can feel as if it's painful. And it's not meant to traumatize you, hurt you, torture you in any way. We are meant to discover ourselves, not just our twins, because as spiritual mentors, spiritualists, psychics, mediums, if you develop any of that, creators, because each and every one of you are creators of your own reality. You are meant to live this world free from any type of attachment to anything. You are here to learn that relying on external validation in order to move forward is wasteful. You feel as if you can't move forward in your human mind, but in reality, your soul knows, and you know deeply and intuitively that you most certainly can. So, as a twin flame, you are meant to live here in this human form and discover a world you have not discovered before. And that world is how you, a twin flame, hold the power within you. Yes, that is what I just said. So throughout the years, once you meet your twin flame initially, throughout the years of knowing them, and this is, of course, when you're in separation, you may see them get in and out of karmic relationships. You will also see them develop some type of an addiction problem. But, this is also part of the journey. So don't despair. Because everything that is happening between the two of you, it's happening for a reason, and it's happening and it's working how it should. So this is exactly how the journey unfolds. So allow it to unfold for you. We all tend to think, just because our twin flame is ignoring us, not responding to our messages, calls, text messages, emails, that the world is suddenly falling apart. Perhaps they don't feel the same. Maybe this is not my twin flame. But we find ourselves suddenly leaving a job as well, leaving a career behind, leaving a home that we once knew our whole lives, and we built it from the bottom up. And it's just as if, it's almost as if we are letting go, because letting go is how we can smoothly land on solid ground. That is how this journey is supposed to go. So detachment from needing anything, from needing any type of materialistic things, relationships. This is the answer on this journey. This is how the journey itself unfolds, because we are blessed. We are one with our twin flame. That is what I ask each and every one of you listening to my podcast, listening to my channel right now, because it is most important to hold that vibration within you, to realize that they are you. You share the same energy, the same soul, the same consciousness. They are always there with you. We are human beings, and sometimes our human selves, they tend to push more towards looking at things from a more, some people call it a logical perception, but, it's more of a negative thinking aspect. It's just human nature. So something is happening. So our instant thought process is, there must be something wrong with me, right? We tend to think I'm doing something wrong, so there must be something wrong with me. Or why is this suddenly happening to me? Why are all of these things happening to me? And often we think this, or as we're seeing this, we are often seeing more of it. We will go over thoughts that we think are true, but in reality, is it? Is it really true? So, you're ready, because you're ready for this journey, and that you're ready to take on all of this, because the outer circumstance of any aspect of your situation doesn't change how you feel. You just know in some way, shape, or form that, and you also have a deep knowing that your outcome will be greater than where you are. So when you first meet your twin flame, it is an instant satisfying feeling and a soul recognition of each other, something that you can hardly explain to anyone else. So, as you're listening to this podcast, you tend to really think, I need to validate this. I need to go talk to somebody. I don't recommend, saying to somebody in the medical profession, or, something like that might throw you in the nut house. But you have an incredible deep love for them. Like, It's not even a romantic love for them. You just love them with all of your inner being, and it's the kind of love that you just can't find it anywhere else. And you know deeply that they love you, whether or not they say it back to you. You know that they love you very deeply. So during this process, it's somehow just the wrong timing, especially when you first meet them, the wrong place, or they aren't prepared for a relationship like this. Who would be ready when you meet your spiritual other half, right? You don't have enough, you possibly feel like you don't have enough spiritual experience to manage the energy within you, so you separate, which is all part of the process. It's part of this. So, when you meet this person, one of you will be older than the other, either by a few years or many years. Whether or not you are the older of the two, as I have mentioned in one of my last videos, it doesn't mean you are more spiritually advanced. You are just the same. So that is a lot of times, this is what twin flames really need to understand. This is the aspect of twin flames that many misunderstand and confuse. You are not better than the other. You are not more advanced. You don't have more skills than the other person. You're not more anything than them. You are equal to one another. And if you are the older twin, you may even develop or seek out possibly developing some of your psychic abilities more, seeking more spirituality, trying to gather some more spiritual information. And no matter what the case, you will experience a heavy draw towards your twin, and you can also experience some pain at the same time. Healing those wounds and any triggering aspects is required, because your twin flame will keep coming back until there's no more triggering. That's just how it goes. So part of this process is also allowing yourself to go through the motions, allowing the journey to unfold. You may meet this person during your 20s as well, and undergo a spiritual awakening and a spiritual ascension around your 30s. So the meeting is necessary, and like I mentioned before, the separation is also necessary. But just know, to all you listening right now, that this journey leads to the most beautiful destinations. Because as you ascend, as you spiritually ascend on this journey, you also realize that you don't need them, but you don't hate them either. You love them unconditionally, because this is your true path. This is your journey, no one else's. This is who you truly are, and you have to understand that no one, absolutely no one, can take that away from you. No one. You are loved, you are guided, and you are always on the right path towards your true, authentic nature. There is no wrong path. That is something that a lot of twin flames confuse as well. There is no right or there is no wrong path. You didn't make the wrong decision. It's just you chose this path instead. We have choices, we have decisions, but we also have paths, and a lot of times you will be guided towards certain paths. But the part of you that has always once existed as well, as you develop as you go towards the right path, towards your true authentic nature, the part of you that has always once existed, even during the darkest, coldest nights of your life, those are crucial. Because this is the moment that you've always been waiting for. This is the moment right here, right now, as you are listening. So don't despair, because this is the divine path. This is the journey, the ultimate journey of a lifetime. So, I thank you for listening. I thank you for watching. Until next time, I'm Aura, and this is Infinite Union.